Now, if I wanted to promote a contactless pay company in Nigeria, if I had like the power and say on how I could plan everything for a contactless pay company, this is what I would do. Now, in my previous video, I talked about this platform called Jump and Pass, which is a self-service checkout platform that allows you to essentially use your phone to scan items at the supermarket and you make payments without having to stand in line. And it's really, really nice, honestly speaking. So I'm going to use this platform as an example so that way, you would get the whole gist and everything. And if you want to know more about the platform, I made a video about that earlier. So check in the description below so you can see it. Now, anyway, if I wanted to do something to promote Jump and Pass, I would want to do something that is so memorable that will make people always remember what we've done and everything. Like, I want something that people will want to run to us for more. Do you get what I mean? Something that will be like, oh my God, this is insane. And here's what I would do to make that happen. So first of all, I will essentially want to create a fake supermarket. Now, this fake supermarket will be open for a temporary amount of time. So it's not going to be a forever type of thing. What we'll do is that we'll rent out the space in Lagos. I don't know, like maybe a supermarket, like, one of these supermarket spaces or like a plaza or whatnot. We will rent one out for like a week or two. Now, in this fake supermarket, we are going to buy different items that people would normally buy, like, milk, drinks, sanitary pads, and so on. Things that people will always buy on a regular basis. We're going to stash them all up in our fake supermarket. Now, before we open the fake supermarket, we're going to do some things. First of all, we're going to make some video content about the supermarket itself and showing people actually using it before it opens. And then we'll now make a video anticipating that, okay, we're going to open soon, so and so time, for a limited amount of time. Be prepared and use our platform, that type of thing. And then at the same time, what we'll do is that we'll hire somebody who does all this Canva design, and they'll make all these presentation slides on how to actually use the platform, like to make payments and everything. And we'll post that on our page and maybe even pin it, and we'll always post it on a regular basis so that people will know what we're doing. And at the same time, even in the fake supermarket, we'll put like a TV screen outside of the supermarket and even inside of it so that people will know how to actually use the platform. Now, to also create even more buzz, what we'll do is that we'll pay different influencers and they will come at different times. So here's how we'll do it. Now, before the supermarket opens, we'll pay some influencers to come and talk about the supermarket that is opening, and then them practically using the platform to actually shop and make payments and stuff. The second set of influencers will come on the day that the supermarket is going to open. They'll come, they'll shop, interact with fans and everything like that. You get what I mean? To create some buzz about everything. And it will be really, really nice. And people will use our platform at the same time, which makes it really cool. And finally, we'll get influencers to come after us opening, maybe like a day or so after he has opened. And then they'll come, they'll also shop and do everything like that, which will make it cool too. Well, here's one thing I also forgot to mention as well. Now, what we'll do is this for the fake supermarket. We'll make it in such a way that debit cards and everything, to pay with debit cards or bank transfers, will still be an option. But however, if you use our platform, you will pay less. So let's assume that you want to buy a soft drink, and the soft drink is about 500 naira. Now, if you use our platform, you pay for that drink at 300 naira instead. And then if you use your debit card or bank transfer, you pay at 500 naira. And to even make ourselves to be more convincing, what we'll do is that we'll make an aisle for those who want to use debit cards or bank transfer. And then we'll even possibly hire some fake actors. What they'll do is that they'll want to pay for items, but then they will stand in the line and everything. So that way, when customers are coming in, they'll see, oh my God, people are wasting time and everything. And then they'll know that the app actually has more benefits. Do you get what I mean? Now, not only are we practically showing our app, but at the same time, we're also making money from these people at the same time. And we're also getting a lot of attention as well. And when people actually like all this stuff, we can actually see how we can implement it more in more places. It will be like something that will be very, very high in demand, honestly speaking. And you can even possibly lead to us to raise more money, like, from all these VCs and so on, possibly. And if the people want more of this fake supermarket, we can do a monthly or quarterly type of thing where now that we open the fake supermarket and everything, and it will give the thing more buzz and attention and everything. Maybe we can even do it differently where we do it with restaurants, when we make a fake restaurant or something where people can actually buy food, but they must use the app and make payment and everything, which I think would be really, really nice. So yeah, that is what I would do if I were to run Jump and Pass in some type of capacity and I had to say in how I would want to promote it. Now we do have other contactless pay solutions in Nigeria, and one notable example is a platform such as Software Finance. And let me just tell you guys a little about it. Now, Software is essentially a contactless pay solution in Nigeria that makes use of your smartphone and a debit card for transactions. So here's how it works. So this is your smartphone right here. Your smartphone needs to have NFC in it before it can work, and that is near field communication. I made a video talking about this in detail, so check the description below. So now this is your debit card. Your debit card needs to have this symbol for it to work, but every debit card in Nigeria has this, so you don't really need to worry unless maybe yours doesn't. So essentially what you do is this: you place the debit card on top of the phone, and from there you can make a transaction. It is similar to how you would slot in your card in a money point POS or whatnot. Now, if I had a say on how I would want to promote this platform and make more people use it, here is what I would essentially do. Now, I would collaborate with small businesses and even small restaurants, like a supermarket preferably, and all these mama put restaurants. I would collaborate with these people because these people can bring in good foot traffic. Now, what I would do is this: I would essentially hire some paid actors like agents, and then they'll be like 10 in number. So what will happen is that they will come in when customers are coming in, and then what they'll do is that they'll make payments and stuff, but then they'll use the software thing to make payments and all that stuff. Now, when people see this type of thing, they'll be in shock, like, oh my God, wow, you don't need to slot your card, set the POS and everything. And people will be more interested in everything, honestly speaking. If you start by promoting yourself in those areas, then gradually you can get to go to other people as well. Like, as long as the service is good and everything, more people will actually be interested in using it, honestly speaking. But another thing I would also do is this: I would go to all those POS agents, the ones that are on the roadside that also have good foot traffic. I would go to those people and collaborate with them, or even if I can't collaborate with them, I would make my own POS thing, or you get what I mean, in the road where people also come as well. So then when people see you and then they'll be like, hey, I want to withdraw money and whatnot, what you can simply do is that you use that software thing. And when people see that thing, they'll be like, oh my God, wow. And when you keep on this type of thing, people will come back for more and more and more, honestly speaking. And then you could maybe establish them in more areas. And when people see this type of thing, they'll want to use your service even more. So yeah, if I had the opportunity to actually do this type of stuff with any contactless pay company, this is what I would do. And if you seriously want to work with me on something like this in real life, then I have my email in the description, and my DMs as well is also there. So you can contact me from any way, honestly speaking. So yeah, that is all for today's video. If you want to give any opinions on this, please comment below. And as always, I hope I see you guys next time.